Hello and welcome to Launerin's Gamerscore and welcome to Train Sim World. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer before I jump into this one. Not so much about spoilers for the game. Essentially, this game is made for railway enthusiasts. It's not a game that you kind of jump into. It's got all the technical gubbins and stuff. I'm not quite a railway enthusiast. I like trains, mainly steam, which this game has disappointed me on a little bit because it appears to be only diesel and electric. It is, however, a new game. Maybe they'll release DLC for it in the future that'll open up that avenue. But we're going to jump in, and I am going to sound like a real railway enthusiast now, but we're going to have a look at some DLC for a line that is quite close to my heart, actually, so this is a bit of a weird one for me. Anyway, let's jump right in. Okay, so this is essentially your main menu. You can go through all of your different routes that you have available to you, as well as visit the store and buy more DLC to add more routes to your collection. We are, however, going to be looking at the West Somerset Railway, which is a line in West Somerset, if you can believe that. And is actually one of the places that I go on holiday to quite frequently. Anyway, let's jump in and I'll walk you through the game, as it were. Alright, so you've got 3 different options available to you. You can go training, you can select from a list of various scenarios, which have like different things associated with them. What we're going to do is we're going to go into timetable mode, which we just have to kind of stick to the timing of when the train should be arriving. You can change your settings here as well for weather. You can have it in winter and have it snowing and things like that, but what we're going to do is, well, we'll just set it as spring clear, and then everything's all nice and low then. So you've got 2 different trains available to you, the Class 9 or the Class 09 and the Class 47 GRN. We're going to use the Class 47. There it is, loaded that up. And we'll jump straight in and we'll... So you then get to select your kind of mission, as it were. We're going to go from Minehead, which is one end of the line, to Bishop's Lydeard, which is the other end of the line. This game is pretty much, I think, in real time, so this actual route does take about an hour and a half to actually play it, as does the actual journey. We're probably not going to go through the full route, but this is your cockpit, which we will go into shortly. We're just going to jump out of the driver's seat, because you can get out the cab entirely and have a little look around. Now, like I said at the start of this video, this is one of my favourite holiday destinations. And I can tell you that this is pretty much how Minehead Station looks. I mean, about here there are some more kind of flower pots, and I think there's more benches as well. And there's some more stuff around here. Hello, morning, morning. The turntables there as well, that's also there. The Reader's Halt, that actually exists. This is a bookshop on the station. This here, this comes a little bit further out and a little bit more this way, and then this is the gents' toilets. And then that's the disabled toilets, if memory serves. Ladies are down here, and there's an information office. It's a shame you can't go into any of these places because the gift shop, which is that door there, I believe, yeah, this door here is full of railway memorabilia for this station and various others. I mean, to the extent, I don't mean to, we will get to the train-based stuff shortly, but no, I don't want to give up control. There is actually an ice cream stall on that corner, and it looks exactly like that. Oh, I filled a fire bucket. I'll have to see if I can find more of them. Obviously, that's a thing. So we'll just finish up the tour of Minehead Station. Just because I know my way round like the back of my hand. There should be more fire buckets there. There we go. We've got the Turntable Cafe as well, which is lovely if you want a cup of tea while you're waiting for your train. I should have got in touch really and said see if the West Somerset Railway wanted to sponsor this video, but never mind. But they are a charity, so that's probably not the best thing. A charity that I would actively encourage people to donate to. Let's just jump in here a second. So these carriages are also quite close to how the carriages actually are on the line. The only difference is that some of the carriages are what I refer to as Harry Potter carriages and have kind of little cubicles in them. Right then, let's actually get down to the nitty gritty stuff and come on. There we go. No, I don't want to give up service. Give up the service. Right, close that up. Get back in here. Right, so if we turn around, and I think that's right, we want the battery isolation switch closed. So we need to put the brake into initial, hang on, I click down to, there we go, into initial application. We want the, turn the master key, and then that'll let me set that. And then we should be able to start the engine. I don't know, I think it started. Make sure that the brake's not off, and then we should be able to just twist the throttle. Oh no, actually, then we switch that into forwards, and then build up the revs a little bit, and then we should start moving off. So we're making our way towards Dunster Station, which is about 2 miles away from Minehead Station on the line. well, 1.6 I believe it says there. So what we can do while we're riding along is if we press down the thumbstick we can switch to different cameras. So we'll switch to the free camera and then we can change the camera mode, and then that gives us the capability to have a little bit more of a look around. Like I say, I'm just showing this game off. I'm not really playing it so much at the moment at least, which is why I'm not worrying too much about the fact that I'm going over the speed limit. But if we just switch to the front camera, there we go, over the road, over the level crossing. Oof. Hit the sign there. So if you switch to this camera you can move around and it'll still keep pace with the train. So if you're in this kind of mode, then you can switch back to driver's mode and adjust the throttle and the brakes using the shoulder buttons, and various of the buttons do other things as well. But let's just jump back inside the cockpit for now. We're moving nice and steady now at 18 miles per hour. We've got a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. And if you switch that to running, like I forgot to, then it'll go over 20 miles an hour. So there we go. We're going to start really building up some speed now and we'll be at Dunster in no time. Let's see, this is the thing, I'm not sure what the AWS isolation switch and there's the DSD pedal down there. I'm not sure what they do because I am a video game player and therefore I just jumped straight through the tutorial and just pressed buttons until things worked. So we're going to need to stop at Dunster Station, so once we're kind of switched out of miles and into yards, we'll start thinking about, there we go, so we're at 900 yards. At about 500 I'm going to come off the throttle. Sorry, should have warned you there, blowing the whistle. Well, the horn. Right, so about 500 yards out. We'll just ease off the throttle entirely and then put about 50% into the brake. No, still coming in too fast. Just slam on the brakes there. Slam on. There we go. Coming nicely in to Dunster Station. There we go. And then once we're stopped we'll need to unlock the doors, so we can open this panel here and we'll unlock the right hand side because that's where the platform is, and then we'll just reset that into initial application. We'll turn the throttle off entirely and we'll just go and have a look around Dunster Station while everybody's getting on. There we go. So this is only a small station compared to Minehead and compared to Bishop's Lydeard at the other end, but details wise they do have a little car park there. Oh, and I can see another fire bucket as well, so we'll fill, there we go, Fill up another fire bucket. Now, can we... No, there's not a fast thing to just jump back into the... What if we actually get on the train? I appear to have put a torch on. Oh, there we go. Turn my torch off. And now I appear to be routed to the spot. There we go. Alright, so we need to go and lock the doors now, and we can make a move down to Blue Anchor Station, which is where I will stop and end this video, I think, because we don't want to make it too long, and while it may be interesting to some, watching this Class 47 trundle along through West Somerset is not really to everybody's tastes, so we'll just start up the throttle, bring it up to about 50%. There we go, and then we'll start moving off, and then we'll just build the throttle up a bit more. And there we go. There we go. About 2 more miles now to the Blue Anchor Station. So we'll trundle along at a steady speed. So yeah, like I say, this is a predominantly a steam line. They do have diesel locomotives that run the line as well, but predominantly it is a steam railway, and it would be nice if they introduced steam trains into this so that you could experience it as it should be. So like I say, not really worried too much about the speed. So we're just going to trundle along quite nicely now. So you have various different things. You have switches for your lights over here somewhere. There they are. Wipers as well. AWS acknowledgement, whatever that is. All of these things I probably know. Emergency stop. Let's so you can wander around the cockpit as well while it's driving. There we go. So if we look out the left-hand side of the train, we do have the ocean, well, not the ocean, it's the Bristol Channel over on the left hand side, over there, and there's the train just making its way towards Blue Anchor. Just jump back into the driver's seat from there. So there is this dude sat in here with me as well. He's working really hard, or I don't know, she? Excuse me. Are you... There we go. Right, okay, that's got rid of him. Oh no, you're back. Okay. There we go, there's the beach and Blue Anchor Bay. Okay, we need to really start easing off on the throttle, and I think we're just going to put the brake on full, And I think I'm just going to apply the parking brake as well, because we are flying through here. Oh, yeah, there we go. So that's actually failed the mission, but I was going to stop there anyway. So that is Train Sim World. It's quite fun. To be fair, it's the kind of game that you have to be very particular about the accuracy of things. It's not the, other than the trains, I would say, it's not the most graphically strong game. You know, there was a lot of texture issues we saw on some of the stations, but as a whole, as a train simulator, it works, and I've been quite enjoying playing on it, especially on that particular line, because it's close to my heart and that's what I enjoy doing. So that's all for this week then. That's Train Sim World, and that was the West Somerset Railway. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.